We're going to compute distances between decimals on a number line. The first thing we need to recognize is that distance is always a positive value, regardless of whether or not you're going up the number line positive or down the number line negative. The distance we calculate is how far we go. Therefore, it's always going to be positive. We're going to need our absolute value symbols for this problem. Absolute value symbol. All right. The simple formula will be to take the larger number, subtract the smaller number, and calculate the absolute value from there. So in our first example, or our first question, we're asked for the distance between B and C. The distance between B and C. Well, we're going to fill in our formula, substitute in these values. The absolute value, the larger number, 9.9, minus the smaller number, negative 5.3. I'm going to just clean up inside that problem so that I can see it more clearly. 9.9 and minus a negative number will give me a plus 5.3, absolute value symbol. And then finally, 9.9 plus 5.3, that will give us 15.2. 15.2, still within our absolute value symbol, and absolute value is the value within the brackets, but always positive. So our final distance for BC is going to be 15.2. Now, with our next one, we're going to follow the same process, but we're going to see that our absolute value in the end is going to we're actually going to have to do a little bit of work with that absolute value at the end. So again, let's go with the distance from A to B. A to B. We're going to subtract our smaller number, negative 14, minus our larger number, negative 5.3, absolute value symbol. And I'm going to clean up inside my absolute value so that I can more clearly see minus a negative gives me a positive or a plus, 5.3, absolute value symbol. And now I'm going to use my rules for adding and subtracting integers. Negative 14 plus 5.3 will give me the absolute value of negative 8.7. And absolute value tells me that all values, especially distances, are going to be a positive value. So my final answer, 8.7 as a positive value.